In the first preset movie, we looked at how to set up the AVB interface for direct input and output routing to the computer. In this movie, we'll explore how to use the internal mixer of the AVB interface for direct, no-latency monitoring. I'll start by calling up the Interface+Mixer preset. If we switch to the routing grid, we see that the physical inputs of the interface are routed directly to the computer. This allows for direct recording of inputs to your DAW software. If I scroll down in the routing grid, you'll see that those same inputs are also routed to the internal AVB mixer, and that's the first step in how to monitor inputs directly through the interface. I'm using a 1248 interface for this movie. The routing assignments are slightly different for each model of MOTU AVB interface based on the available inputs and outputs. However, the principles of signal flow are the same for all models. In the Interface+Mixer preset, outputs from the computer are routed to the 8 analog outputs and then the digital outputs on the 1248. Also in this preset, the main outs, monitor outputs, and headphones on the 1248 are receiving their signals from the internal mixer of the interface. This preset provides stereo returns from the internal mixer of the 1248. If we take a look at the AVB mixer, we see all the physical inputs listed, as well as returns from the computer, which are currently configured as stereo pairs. The AVB mixer allows us to do direct monitoring of the live inputs, as well as monitoring of the computer playback returns. Because the live inputs are monitored directly through the interface, that means there is zero computer latency delay on those signals. If you use this method of monitoring, be sure to disable software monitoring in your DAW so that you do not double monitor the live inputs. Controlling your monitor mix while recording is as easy as opening up the AVB Mixer tab and bringing up the input fader. The main mix outputs are routed to the main outs and the first set of phones. The monitor mix from the AVB Mixer is routed to the monitor outputs and to the second set of phones. If I want to take advantage of aux or group sends for additional live mixes, I can call up the Live Recording with Monitor Mixing preset. This is a variation of the Interface+Mixer preset that has the aux sends from the mixer assigned to the analog outputs on the 1248. As was described in the previous movie, if the computer inputs are reassigned to the AVB Mixer outputs, effects can be applied to the live input signals before they reach the computer. All that takes is a simple change in the routing grid so the computer input receives its signal from the mixer channel output. I can then apply an effect to that channel, and the live input signal is passed through the mixer and effect before it gets recorded. The Interface+Mixer preset, along with the Live Recording with Monitor Mixing preset, are appropriate if you don't want to monitor live inputs through the computer, but do want to take advantage of zero CPU latency monitoring using the AVB mixer. And of course, you can customize the routing setup so that some inputs are monitored through the computer while others are direct monitored through the AVB mixer. Perhaps you'd like to monitor a guitar through an AmpSim plugin in your DAW while direct monitoring drums and vocals through the AVB mixer. To do that, you would enable audio patch-through in the DAW and then enable patch-through only on the signals that you want to monitor through the computer. And of course, you can save your custom routing setup as a device or routing preset for easy recall. Don't forget to check out the tech notes online at the MOTU website or download the manuals for each model for further details. And stay tuned for the next video in this series where we continue to explore presets and applications for the MOTU AVB audio interfaces.